How you doing? It's Jimmy here at Tough on Equipment, the channel. I've got a 2020 Polaris XC850, and this is the coolant temperature sensor jumper wire. I had an issue the other day. Rode about 50 miles in on the trail, and the warning engine cold symbol came across my dash, and then a check engine light that said coolant temperature sensor, high voltage, contact the dealer. And when I did, my dealer told me they're having some issues with these connectors. And if you look in there, you can see that there's two little contact points, and because of the vibration of the engine, the contacts become loose, and they end up throwing a code. I was able to get into there with this flathead screwdriver and pry those contacts out just a little bit. And I'm going to end up packing it full of dielectric grease, but if you see, there's 6 slots there, and the 2 center ones are the ones with the contacts. So I was able to get in on the outside slots and push that little metal contact piece together, and hopefully that'll make the difference. We're going to pack it full of dielectric grease and reconnect it and see if it works. So what I was able to do, if you can see, there's 2 center slots here and here, and that's where the contact points are. And I was able to get this flathead screwdriver, a very small one, in on the outside slots and push in to bring those contacts a little bit closer. Before you couldn't even see them, and I was able to get in there and push them together, that now you can see when I push in to the other female receptor, they should be able to make a lot better contact, and hopefully this will resolve the issue. I'll put some dielectric grease in there before I make the connection, but if you can see, you can get in on these 2 outside slots. Just be careful, you don't want to break the housing. So gentle. This screwdriver actually had a little bend in it anyway, which made it a little easier to curl it in. But hopefully this will resolve the issue. We'll find out here in a little bit. So what we've got here is the jumper cable for the coolant temperature sensor. We've already adjusted the pins, and we're going to put a little dielectric grease in there. This is supposed to help control some of the vibration off the engine. We're going to put some on both sides. And then this one side's a little tricky. It goes up in here, and you'll hear the click. And then this side goes back down on there, and you hear the click. They have a little zip tie that I'll reinstall back on there to hold it tight, and hopefully this will fix the issue. So this is Jimmy from Tough on Equipment, the channel. Just got done doing the coolant temp sensor adjustment. I just showed you guys the procedure, and I put about 10 quick miles on and haven't had any issues. The temperature gauge has been staying very consistent, hasn't been bouncing all over the place like it was before. And this thing rips. I'm real happy with this XCR 850. Engine's strong, suspension's great, a lot of adjustability. I'll be doing a little bit more of a review on that later and some other things, but as far as coolant temperature sensor little repair, that's working great. Hopefully you guys have the same luck, and Polaris can come out with a update to that. But until then, get out there and ride. Be safe. Have fun.